Understanding by Amethyst Dawn. Big Mac restlessly shuffled in his seat, the resulting rumble disturbing the hayburger in front of him. Nobody else who happened to be seated on the restaurant's patio paid much heed to his waking, since the big stallion losing a little control of his unusual brute strength once in a while was not an uncommon occurrence in the small town of Ponyville. A few did take the time to notice that he was anxious, but didn't do anything about it. He was always the sort of stallion to keep his troubles to himself, and that was understood by all. He jumped a little as the waiter placed a gentle hoof on his shoulder and offered an empathetic nod. He smiled and stilled a little. Macintosh really did appreciate just how much the citizens of Ponyville understood him without him needing to speak a word, and the select few he had actually talked to only knew him that much more. However, he was still anxious about that particular meeting as the can-hatted waiter silently returned to his post. Mac? The stallion's attention was snapped back to the seat in front of him, which was now in the process of being occupied by a familiar, attractive, grape-coloured earth pony mare. Her eyes green as Smith's, yet weren't as bright as usual. Her smile was cautious, and her eyes were sad, but they looked at him with admiration. Big Mac swallowed the lump that had formed in his throat. Cheerilee, he greeted with a forced, nervous smile. How was the class? Oh, not too hectic this morning, I'm afraid. She sighed, brushing her mane away from her eye. Your sister's improving in her grades, but I don't have much to mention besides that. No unbelievable stories today. My mind has been a little bit too busy with other things to notice my students did anything too childish. She took a moment to think and looked up to him. The truth is, Mac, I can't beat around the bush with you anymore. We need to talk. Big Mac felt another lump take root in his gullet, much larger and harder to swallow. About what? He prodded cautiously. There was a spark of pain in Cheerilee's eyes, and she looked away as her forehoofs danced around each other. Her expression shifted from one to the other, yet always conveyed an uncertain nervousness. Out of habit, Macintosh reached over to place a hoof on her shoulder. She visibly tensed, but let out another long sigh. I need to know, have you ever had any doubts? She stammered, their eyes meeting once again. About us, I mean? Big Mac felt a pit forming in his stomach. He knew where this was going, but he swallowed his pride, and his smile turned rueful. Yup. Oh. Cheerilee sighed. Me too, in fact. I think we might have been a bit too hasty in our relationship. Mac felt his eyes sting as a simple doubt seemed to punch him in the gut, and he visibly flinched as he retracted his hoof. He took a breath and nodded. Maybe. Cheerilee's eyes were welling with tears. Macintosh could see that this wasn't any easier for her than it was for him. You're a wonderful pony, Mac, but I don't want you to think that I'd ever think otherwise. We've been friends for years, but... She paused and let out a shuddering exhale. I don't think we mesh enough to be in this kind of relationship. Not in the ways that you need, I mean. I think you deserve someone a little more active and maybe more refined. I want to know if you felt it too. Big Mac looked out towards the centre of town. I don't rightfully know, he admitted, turning back to her. But I do know one thing, Cheer. It ain't entirely about what the other pony deserves or don't deserve. It's mostly about if there's love between them. Cheerilee's ears fell. I guess that makes sense, but if you feel like we ain't supposed to be together, you just say so. Macintosh interjected. I've been your friend for this long, and I'll be your friend still no matter what. If you all decide that we're not ready for this, or that we don't fit right, or whatever, you just say so. No matter what you choose, I'll abide it. Cheerilee smiled at him with sincerity, but the tears never left her eyes, nor his. I think we should just stay friends then. There it was. Macintosh closed his eyes. He expected to feel pain, maybe an emptiness, or an ache. Something, anything to signify loss. But nothing ever came. There was no hurt. His nerves were cooling, and his heart was at ease. When he opened his eyes, they didn't sting. They felt as clear as ever, and he still felt love and admiration for the mare before him. He was confused, but he wasn't complaining. Cheerilee visibly fell further into her own fear, and her voice cracked. You don't hate me, do you? I still want to be friends. Big Mac was laughing before he knew it, undoubtedly confusing the poor schoolmarm as he leaned forward. Once he was able to catch his breath, his eyes beamed at her. Y'all should know I'd never hate you, Cheer. He set both forehoofs together on the table. I can't say that I'm hurt, but I haven't lost anything. Sure enough, Cheerilee was befuddled. But what? I don't think you understand. I'm saying... I do understand. I don't have a mare friend anymore. He paused and held her gaze with stern gentleness. But like you said, I'm keeping a friend. Is that really something to be upset about? Cheerilee was still as her fear vanished from her face, and she stepped to the side of the table. Come here. Big Mac stepped down from his seat and was welcomed into a warm hug. Thanks for understanding, the teacher choked, holding her friend close. As if I wouldn't.